Hello friends. So in this topic today, we will be talking about actus reus and mens rea in cyber crimes. So both actus reus और mens rea एक बहुत important elements हैं crime के. So we will discuss the application of these elements in the cyber crime. So हम start करेंगे introduction से. Then we will just discuss about the modern concept of crime. And then we will talk about the fundamental elements of crime, and then we will come to the application of actus reus and mens rea in cyber crimes, and finally we will talk about the criminal liability in cyber crimes, how that is affected by the that different form of application of mens rea and actus reus in cybercrime. So let us begin with the introduction. So as we see that in the era of cyber technology, the use of computers that has become very popular, and the cyber technology and the internet world, it has given a new way to the people uh, to to express themselves and to send the information from one place to another, to receive the information, and like that. And now in the modern time, we see that everyone is familiar with the technology. Everyone is using the internet in their day-to-day activity. But with this change in the technology, the other side of the technology is that कि जो crime rate है, and in particular the crime which is done with the help of the technology or with the help of internet, that has also changed with the same pace as the technology has changed. So जितना हेल्प टेक्नोलॉजी से जितना ग्रोथ टेक्नोलॉजी से हुआ है, उतना ही ग्रोथ एट द सेम पेस वी कैन सी कि जो टेक्नोलॉजिकली क्राइम्स हैं विच आर डन विद द हेल्प ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी, सो उतना ही ग्रोथ उनमें भी हुआ है. And talking about the concept of crime, so in the modern time, the approach towards the crime that has also changed. इसी रीज़न की वजह से, क्योंकि हम देखते हैं कि टेक्नोलॉजी के यूज़ से, इंटरनेट की ग्रोथ से, we see that the whole conception of crime that has changed. Now just you talk about some time back, just 50 years or a century back, so कोई ऐसा नहीं सोच सकता था कि there will be a time when the crime will be committed without the intervention of the human being, or without the physical intervention of the human being. But see today that thing is happening. So this is how we see कि जो approach है crime के लिए वो totally अब change हो गया है. We have made a growth in every field. Scientific field है, industrial field है, और we have seen the change in the political institution. एजुकेशन सेक्टर में भी हम चेंज देखते हैं. उसी तरह से टेक्नोलॉजी में भी चेंज है. एंड देयर विद द चेंज इन द this modern conception of crime, we see that altogether there is a new generation of crime in this technological era, जो पहले कभी नहीं थे इस तरह के crimes हम देखते हैं. And at the same time, there has been change in the law which is relating to those dealing with those crimes which are done with the help of the technology. So we see that certain new legislation have been passed, and with that कुछ एक मॉडिफिकेशन हुआ है, कुछ एक जो एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ है उनमें चेंज किया गया है, अल्टर किया गया है उनको, सो दैट कि जो न्यू जनरेशन क्राइम है उनको कंट्रोल किया जा सके. Now, let us talk about certain fundamental elements of crime. So, there are four fundamental elements of crime basically, and the first one is human being. Now, as per the modern criminal jurisprudence, a crime must be committed by a human being. Only then a human being can be punished for that crime. Traditionally, you may have seen or you may have gone through, you may have studied, आपने देखा होगा कि पुराने वक्त में the punishment that was also inflicted on the animals. But now, with the growth in the society, with the passage of the time, this thing was realized कि it is the human being only जिसके पास ये power है सोचने का, that what is right and what is wrong and to distinguish between right and wrong. So इसीलिए जो liability है crime के लिए वो human being के ऊपर होती है. So now we see कि जो modern approach है criminal jurisprudence का वो ये है कि crime it can be committed by a human being, and so a human being can also be punished for the crime. Second essential element of crime, that is mens rea. And mens rea, it means the guilty intention of a human being behind the commission of crime. किसी crime के पीछे जो guilty mind, mal intention हम बोलते हैं, so that needs to be there, and it is a very fundamental element of crime. And it is as per the modern jurisprudence, ये जरूरी है कि किसी भी क्राइम के लिए अगर गिल्टी इंटेंशन नहीं है या मंजूरी अगर एब्सेंट है तो एज अ जनरल रूल the liability cannot be imposed on the person. So mens rea, it must be proved as an element in crime. Other important element, that is actus reus. And actus reus, it means the physical involvement of a person in the commission of crime. एक आदमी का फिजिकली पार्टिसिपेशन बोल लीजिए या फिजिकल एलिमेंट इन द कमीशन ऑफ क्राइम आप बोल लीजिए, सो उसको हम एक्टस रियस कहते हैं. अगेन it is not just only the mens rea which is necessary for the commission of a crime. Actus reus भी उतना ही important है, क्योंकि जब तक intention it rests in the mind of a person, it cannot be punished, for the simple reason that nobody knows the intention of a person. So इसीलिए किसी आदमी को intention के ऊपर ही punish नहीं किया जा सकता. So actus reus, it is again a very necessary component for that, the commission of crime. And the last element is the injury which is caused to the another human being. So injury, यहाँ पे confuse ना करें आप physical injury के साथ कि only physical injury is what injury mean. Injury may be of any other kind. Injury may be to the reputation. Injury may be to the property of a person, and it may be physical injury also. So these are the fundamental elements of crime. Now let us talk about actus reus and its application in the cybercrime. So actus reus, it is that conduct of a human being which law seeks to prevent. ऐसा conduct human being का जिसको law जो है वो prevent करता है या prevent करना चाहता है. Now, as far as actus reus in cyber crimes is concerned, so it is a very dynamic word. As we have gone through many other lectures also, that in cyber crimes the things happens in the virtuality. जो crimes हैं वो virtual mode में होते हैं. It is a unique nature of cyber that the things exist there in the virtual platform. और crime भी जो है वो एक virtual platform में होते हैं. And now actus reus in cybercrime, now again it is something which is very difficult to prove. Now for the reason कि जो crime है वो intangible surroundings में होता है and you can't see sometimes how the crime happened. जस्ट एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल हम लें कि इंटेंजिबल सराउंडिंग्स में कैसी चीज़ें होती हैं. जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल हम एक दूसरे को मैसेज अगर व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू भेजते हैं, we see that the message that travels very fast from one place to another, but we can't see that how that message goes from one place to another, from one phone to other, but still that goes, that happens. And that is the same thing with the crimes also. So crime जब या एक्टस रियस की ही बात कर लें हम, तो एक्टस रियस भी जब when it takes place in the cyber crimes, so we can't see that happening, how it happens. So it is something which is said कि एक्टर्स रियस जो है वो साइबर रिलेटेड क्राइम्स में it is easy to identify but very difficult to prove. Now just take another example, अगर किसी के साथ कोई साइबर फ्रॉड होता है, बैंक फ्रॉड कोई होता है, and suppose some money is debited from the account of a person. Now you can see that crime has taken place. That may be evident from the account of that person कि उससे कुछ पैसा जो है वो डेबिट हुआ है. But at the same time, how that happens, किस तरह से वो क्राइम हुआ है, how the actus reus that has exactly happened, so that becomes difficult to prove. आइडेंटिफाई किया जा सकता है लेकिन उसको प्रूव करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. And in case of cyber crimes, basically actus reus happened that time when one person, with the use of computer, with the use of uh, laptops or like gadgets, when a person have the access of other system or other computer system with the help of internet, and that too without the authority of that other person. So जब ये access होता है computer का through the technology, so that is where we say that actus reus that takes place in the cyber crimes. Now let us talk about mens rea in cybercrime. So again, when we talk about mens rea, as we discussed that no crime that can be punished if the mens rea is absent, as a general rule. Now, mens rea, it is again a very essential component for the commission of a crime. We also discussed that it means the guilty mind behind the commission of crime. So in the when we talk about the application of mens rea in cyber crimes, that how mens rea can be proved, or when we say that the mens rea that takes place in the cyber crime, or there was guilty intention uh, with the commission of the crime in the cyber related activities. So there you see that there are two essential elements on the basis of that we can derive uh, this, that the mens rea was there or intention was there behind the commission of a crime. Now take for example, हम हैकिंग का एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि हैकिंग में हम mens rea को, गिल्टी इंटेंशन को किस तरह से प्रूव करेंगे. So the first thing is that the access of the computer or the system from one place to another. when अगर कोई हैकर है वो एक सिस्टम को के थ्रू दूसरे सिस्टम को अगर एक्सेस करता है, सो अगर वो एक्सेस अनऑथोराइज्ड है, दैट मीन्स वो बिना कंसेंट के द अदर पर्सन टू हुम दैट सिस्टम बिलोंग, सो उसके बिना कंसेंट से अगर एक्सेस किया गया है इंफॉर्मेशन को, so that proves that the guilty intention was there on the part of the person who was taking the access of that information. और दूसरी बात जिससे ये प्रूव हो सकता है, that is there should be awareness on the part of the person who is the hacker. जो हैकिंग कर रहा है उसके पार्ट पे ये अवेयर होना उसका, that the act which he is doing, the activity which he is conducting, that is illegal or that is unauthorized. So he was aware of those activity. So अगर ये दो एलिमेंट होते हैं, present हैं, so on that basis we can say that the intention was there, guilty intention for the commission of crime was there. And one thing which can be said in cyber crimes, that is sometimes the actus reus, on the basis of on actus reus we can say that the mens rea can also be proved. So if a person is having the access of the computer system or the information जो किसी दूसरे के computer system पे है, उसका अगर कोई access करता है और without the authority of that person, so that actus reus or that access of that information, वो अपने आप में ये प्रूव करता है that guilty intention was there behind the commission of crime. So what can be said that in certain cases, in some cases, it may happen कि जो actus reus है वही itself it can also prove the mens rea in cyber related activities. Although जब हम बात करते हैं criminal liability की in crimes in the physical world, so वहाँ पे physical world में जो mens rea है और actus reus है, they both needs to be proved independently. तभी एक पर्सन को किसी ऑफेंस के लिए पनिश किया जा सकता है. एज वी हैव डिस्कस ऑलरेडी कि अगर गिल्टी इंटेंशन नहीं है, ओनली एक्टस रियस इज देयर, नाउ दैट इज आल्सो नॉट अ क्राइम, क्योंकि वहां पे गिल्टी इंटेंशन एब्सेंट है, मेंस रिया एब्सेंट है, एंड वाइस वर्सा दिस रूल इज एप्लीकेबल. तो अगर केवल एक्टस रियस है, मेंस रिया नहीं है, या मेंस रिया है एक्टस रियस नहीं है, तो वो क्राइम फिजिकल वर्ल्ड में पनिशेबल नहीं है एज अ जनरल रूल. However, there are certain crimes in the physical world also where the liability can be imposed solely on the basis of actus reus. There, as an exception, we say that these crimes are there. जैसे आप स्ट्रिक्ट लाइबिलिटी के हम बात करते हैं, एब्सोल्यूट लाइबिलिटी की हम बात करते हैं, देयर इज क्राइम्स अगेंस्ट स्टेट, स्टेट के अगेंस्ट जो क्राइम है वहाँ पे भी मंजूरिया अगर नहीं भी है तो भी लाइबिलिटी वहाँ पे हो सकती है. इन केस ऑफ बाइगेमस मैरिज वी आल्सो से मैट्रिमोनियल ऑफेंसेस में क्रूएलिटी एज वेल, कि जहाँ पे इवन इफ दैट मेंजरिया इज एब्सेंट, स्टिल सोली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ एक्टस रियस लाइबिलिटी वहाँ पे इम्पोज की जा सकती है. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सी the actus reus and mens rea and their application in the cyber world also. So as we have discussed कि actus reus को prove करना, it is a difficult task in the cyber related crimes. So also is the case with the mens rea also. Independently दोनों elements को अलग अलग prove करना, so it becomes sometimes a very difficult task, and which ultimately may give an opportunity to the hackers or to those criminals who are doing the criminal activities with the help of technology. So ultimately what is required, that a comprehensive legislation that needs to be there which provides for the proof of these elements in the commission of crime, और साथ में एप्लीकेशन किस तरह से एक्टस रियस का और मंजरिया का साइबर क्राइम्स में हो सकता है, एंड व्हाट आर द स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑफ प्रूफ जो कि होने चाहिए फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ प्रूविंग एन ऑफेंस इन द साइबर क्राइम्स. सो दैट इज स्टिल नॉट देयर. लॉ इज नॉट क्लियर ऑन दिस पॉइंट. जब हम साइबर क्राइम्स की बात करते हैं कि एक्टस रियस और मंजरिया का जो प्रूफ है वो उसके स्टैंडर्ड्स क्या होंगे, सो उसके ऊपर अभी क्लियर कट लॉ नहीं है. It is just the interpretation of the courts, how the courts interpret, how the courts they take a individual case. So it is on that basis the court decide. Now on the basis of facts and circumstances of each and every case, there is still a void of legislation on this point. So new legislation that is very much required जब हम साइबर क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज की बात करते हैं, and the proof of these actus reus and mens rea as well in the cyber cases. So that is it we have in this topic today. Thank you all.